always carried 1 foot outside the door, while I was sinking deep into the floor. I gave you the ocean, you gave me a cup. You were looking down while I was looking up. We built a bridge, but you stopped in the middle, treating my devotion like a clever little riddle. I was all in with my heart on the line, while you were busy guarding yours and wasting mine. It's a lonely feeling being out the door, like a beautiful song with a missing chord. I was the fire, you were just the smoke, waiting for the punchline of a cruel slow joke. And you loved me halfway, didn't you, babe? Keeping all the secrets that you never gave. I was the mountain, you were just the hill. I was the movement, you were standing still. You gave me the maybe, I gave you the always. Now I'm just wandering these empty hallways, yeah. Yeah, you love me halfway, but I'm whole enough to leave. You liked the idea, but you hated the work. You loved the light, but you lived for the smirk. Whenever it got heavy, you just drift away, saving all your I love yous for a rainy day. But the storm is here and your hands are dry. You didn't even bother to tell me a lie. You were a tourist in the life we made, watching from the sidelines while my colors fade. And you love me halfway, didn't you, babe? Keeping all the secrets that you never gave. I was the mountain, you were just the hill. I was the movement, you were standing still. You gave me the maybe, I gave you the always. Now I'm just wandering these empty hallways, yeah. Yeah, you love me halfway, but I'm whole enough to leave. So go find someone who loves in fractions too, someone who's as hollow and as hesitant as you. I'm crossing the border, I'm finding the shore, because I don't want you halfway anymore. No, not anymore. You love me The coffee's been cold for 100 years. The dust has settled on my unshed tears. I walk through the fire and I've seen the sun. I've told myself 1,000 times that we are done. But there's a phantom ache in the passenger seat, in the hollow rhythm, in the way my heart beats. I've closed the book and I've locked the gate, but I'm still standing here, far too late. They say the healing starts when the memory fades, but I'm still living in the cooling shades. I'm miles away from the wreck on the tracks, but I still feel the glass cutting into my back, because I still feel the end over and over, like a winter that never gives way to the clover. I'm living the after, but I'm stuck in the then, tracing the outlines of how it began. You're a ghost in the hall, changed all the sheets and I repainted the walls, but I still hear your shadow whenever it falls. It's not a sharp pain, it's a dull, heavy thud, like the sound of a heartbeat sinking in mud. I've met new people and I've learned new names, but they're just players in your old games. I'm a survivor of a storm that has passed, so why is the wreckage the only thing meant to last? Because I still feel the So I walk through the door and I'll breathe in the gray, waiting for the moment it all fades away. But tonight the silence is my only friend, and I still feel the end. I still feel the end. I looked in the mirror and I didn't see me, just a shadow of someone I used to be. I traded my hobbies for the things that you liked. I silenced my voice when our opinions spiked. I painted my world in your favorite blue until I forgot every color I knew. I was so busy keeping your fire alive, I didn't notice my own heart had ceased to strive. I became the echo to your every word, the quietest whisper that was never heard. I built you a pedestal so incredibly high that I couldn't see anything else in the sky. And I lost myself loving you, didn't I? Watch my own dreams just wither and die. I was the anchor while you were the sail, but I'm the one left looking ghostly and pale. I gave you my spirit, I gave you my name, until I was just a moth in your flame. Yeah, I lost myself loving you, and I don't know how to find me again. I remember the girl who used to stand tall before I was strong. taking it all. It was my fault for making myself so small. I erased my own lines just to fit in your frame. But tonight I am finally reclaiming my name. So I'm walking away through the wreckage and dust to find the me that I buried in us. It's a long road back from the ghost of your view, but I'm done being lost just to keep loving you. Picked up the pen to write you a song, but every word I choose feels heavy and wrong. I'm looking at the pictures of the people we were before the colors faded and the lines became a blur. I had a pocket full of some days and a heart full of yes, but I left our garden in a state of neglect. I walked right past the treasures that I already had, searching for a fire that wasn't half as glad. Now the ink is running like the salt from my eyes underneath the weight of these gray January skies. I'm reading back the pages of the story we told, but I'm the only one left here to hold. This is a love written in regret, a song for the person I haven't lost yet. I'm tracing the I'm sorry's in the margins of the page, trying to break my heart out of the self-made cage. I didn't see the value until I felt the cost. Now I'm counting every second that we already lost. Yeah, it's a love and in regret, the most beautiful ghost I've ever met. I remember the way you looked in the light before I started choosing every unnecessary fight. I pushed you away just to see if you'd stay, and I hate the person I was on that day. Now I'm folding these letters and sending them out to a heart that I filled with a mountain of doubt. I'm a king in a kingdom of cold, empty stone, reaping the harvest of the seeds I have sown. This is a love written in regret, a song for the person I haven't lost yet. I'm chasing the I'm sorry's in the margins of the page, trying to break my heart out of the self-made cage. I didn't see the value until I felt the cost. Now I'm counting every second that we already lost. Yeah, it's a love written in regret, the most beautiful ghost I've ever met. If I could take the ink and turn it back to time, I'd fix life that I didn't quite understand. It's too late for the ink to ever dry, but I'll keep writing until the day that I die. Love written in regret. The table was set for two every night, but I was the only one chasing the light. I laughed at your jokes when you weren't in the room, and grew all the flowers I knew wouldn't bloom. I carried the weight of a two-sided vow, but I'm looking around at the emptiness now. I was building a home and a heart made of stone, just a king, queen of a kingdom I governed alone. I was the anchor, the sail in the sea, holding the hand that was pulling from me. I whispered I love you to shadows and walls, waiting for echoes I never would call. And I loved you alone, didn't I? A one-man parade under a dark, heavy sky. I kept the fire warm while you were out in the cold, with a story of us that only I ever told. I was the only one fighting the ghost, loving the version of you I miss most. Yeah, I loved you alone, and that's the loneliest thing I've ever known. I remember the plans that I made by myself, while your heart was sitting way up on a shelf. I defended your silence, I made up excuses, ignoring the damage and all of the bruises. I was the light in a room with no power, watching the clock for a final dark hour. You were a passenger, I was the drive, just trying to keep something dead still alive. And I loved you alone, didn't I? A one-man parade under a dark, heavy sky. I kept the fire warm while you were out in the cold, with a story of us that only I ever told. I was the only one fighting the ghost, loving the version of you I miss most. Yeah, I loved you alone, and that's the loneliest thing I've ever known. It takes two to dance, but just one to fall. And I'm tired of talking to the back of a wall. I'm taking my heart back, it's bruised and it's blue, because it's exhausted from loving for two. Loving for two. So I blow out the candle and I walk out the door. I'm not gonna carry this weight anymore. The silence is better than the sound of my own realizing I loved you alone. The clock on the wall hit 2:45, and finally the ghost of you let go of me. I sat on the edge of the bed in the dark, searching for feelings but didn't find a spark. For months I was drowning, just gasping for air, begging the silence to act like it cared. But something just shifted, the weight became light, like a fever that broke in the middle of the night. I didn't need a storm or a crashing of glass to realize the seasons were ready to pass. It wasn't a scream and it wasn't a blow, it was just the quietest letting you go. This is the night I let go of the pain, the night I stopped looking for sun in the rain. I'm heading back every I wish you were here, and wiping away the very last tear. I walked to the window and opened it wide, and let all the shadows just wander outside. Yeah, the world didn't end and the sky didn't show, but everything changed the night I let go. I deleted the messages, cleared out the space, and realized I'm more than just a ghost of your face. I don't have to wonder who's calling your phone, or feel like a stranger in a house of my own. The air in the room feels different somehow, like the future is finally starting right now. I'm not looking back at the wreckage behind, I'm reclaiming the pieces of my own mind. This is the night I let go of the pain, the night I stopped looking for sun in the rain. I'm handing back every I wish you were here, and wiping away the very last tear. I walked to the window and opened it wide, and let all the shadows just wander outside. Yeah, the world didn't end and the sky didn't show, but everything changed the night I let go. Goodbye to the love that we had. It's a hello to being okay, being sad. It's the freedom of knowing I've done all I can, and leaving the rest in the palm of fate's hand. So I'll lay down my head and I'll finally sleep, with no more promises I'm forced to keep. The stars are still there and the cold wind will blow, but I'm finally free. The night I let go. The seasons change their clothes 1,000 times, while I stayed frozen in these bitter rhymes. I watched the paint peel off the nursery wall, and caught the leaves before they'd even fall. I kept you seated every Sunday meal, ignoring how the silence made me feel. The world moved on, it didn't wait for grace, but I was anchored to this empty space. They told me forever was a finite word, the saddest lie that I've ever heard, because I reached the end and I kept on going, through the desert heat and the winter snowing. And I waited past forever, didn't I? Until the stars grew tired of the sky. I held my breath until my lungs turned blue, just to save a little bit of air for you. I stood at the gates until the iron turned to rust, and all our golden promises crumbled into dust. Yeah, I waited past forever, only to find that you were never coming back. The clock on the mantle finally gave up too. It got exhausted waiting just like I do. I see my reflection and I don't know the face. Time carved a map of singing a one-sided song. I outlasted the moon, I outlasted the tide, but I couldn't outlast the hole in my side. So I'm stepping over the line I drew in the sand, leaving the ghost of your heavy hand. I'm sorry it took me so long to see that forever, long before it got to me. Past I'm finally leaving now. The keys are in the bowl, the coat is off the rack. You're standing in the hall, but you aren't really back. I reach out for your hand, but you're miles out at sea. Even when you're home, you're drifting far from me. The house is full of noise, the TV's humming low, but there's a hollow space everywhere we go. I'm memorizing shadows on your quiet face, trying to find a spark in this empty space. You're looking at the wall like it's a better view than the heart I'm breaking just to give to you. And you leave me lonely in a crowded room, like a flower waiting for a sun that'll never bloom. You're right beside me, I can hear you breathe, but you're already gone before you even leave. Yeah, the silence is a weight that I can't move. You leave me lonely with nothing left to prove. I'm making conversation with the ghost of who we were, when every word was certain and every look was pure. Now I'm careful with my questions, I'm quiet with my pain, waiting for a sorry that's lost out in the rain. I'm a secondary character in the story of your day, watching all the others slowly slip away. And you leave me lonely in a crowded room, like a flower waiting for a sun that'll never bloom. You're right beside me, I can hear you breathe, but you're already gone before you even leave. Yeah, the silence is a weight that I can't move. You leave me lonely with nothing left to prove. Is it the distance? Is it the time? Is loving you a mountain I'm not meant to climb? I'd rather be alone than be lonely with you, watching my reflection turn a shade of blue. Oh, you leave me lonely in a crowded room, like a flower left to prove. Good night, my stranger. Sleep well in your head. I'll be the shadow on my side of the bed. You leave me lonely. The air in the hallway is heavy and cold. The words that you left are starting to hold. I watched you walk out with a look in your eye that didn't leave room for a proper goodbye. It wasn't a whisper, it wasn't a plea. It was a clean surgical cut out of me. Now I'm just standing in the wake of the sound, watching my history spill on the ground. I thought we had layers, I thought we had time to fix every rhythm and fix every rhyme. But you closed the door with a finality that turned all our always to never for me. And your goodbye cut deep, didn't it? Like a spark in a room where the fuses are lit. It didn't just break me, it tore me apart, leaving a jagged edge hole in my heart. I was prepared for a struggle, a fight, but you left like a shadow in the middle of life. Yeah, your goodbye cut deep, and the bleeding hasn't stopped yet. I'm tracing the silence you left in the air, looking for traces that you were once there. But you took the warmth and you took the belief, and left me the salt and the weight of the grief. How do you leave with such effortless grace, while I'm left to drown in this hollowed out space? You didn't look back at the wreck in the street, just left me here cold and incomplete. And your goodbye cut deep, didn't it? Like a spark in a room where the fuses are lit. It didn't just break me, it tore me apart, leaving a jagged edge hole in my heart. I was prepared for a struggle, a fight, but you left like a shadow in the middle of light. Yeah, your goodbye cut deep, and the bleeding hasn't stopped yet. They say that time is a healer of scars, but I'm still out here counting the stars, and every single one is a reminder of you and the sharp, jagged edge of the truth. So I'll wrap up the wounds and I'll try to survive in a world where I'm barely feeling alive. The door is still shut, the silence is steep, and your goodbye still cut so deep. listening for a sound that will never call. I told myself I'd be stronger than this, than a memory of a ghost and a stolen kiss. But the air is heavy and the house is still. I try to hold it back against my will. Yeah, floodgates open when I saw your keys, bringing me down, down to my knees. I didn't want the world to see me break. Oh, no, much of me you had to take. I kept my head high through the long afternoon, but the night arrived much too soon. And my tears fell slowly one by one, like a silent witness to everything we've done. They trace the lines of the things left unsaid, filling the silence in this empty bed. I didn't scream, I didn't make a sound, just watch my world spill onto the ground. Yeah, my tears fell slowly, and I let them drown the memory of you. They say that time is a healer's hand, but I'm still lost in this no man's land. Each drop is a chapter, a story, a year, a quiet reflection of my greatest fear, that you're okay while I'm barely alive, learning how to breathe, learning how to survive. I watch the rain on the window pane, matching the rhythm of this internal pain. And my tears fell slowly one by one, like a silent witness to everything we've done. They trace the lines of the things left unsaid, filling the silence in this empty bed. I didn't scream, I didn't make a sound, just watch my world spill onto the ground. Yeah, my tears fell slowly, and I let them drown the memory of you. It's not just the ending that's breaking me down, it's the silence that follows your exit from town. I'm washing away the person I was, searching for a why without a because. So let them fall until the well is dry, until I don't have to ask the universe why. Slowly they fall.